The Dyatlov Pass incident, what really killed them? A chilling mystery that defies explanation. On a freezing January night in 1959, 9 experienced hikers ventured into the Ural Mountains of the Soviet Union. Led by 23-year-old Igor Dyatlov, the group consisted of students and graduates from the Ural Polytechnical Institute, all skilled in winter expeditions. Their goal was to reach Otorten, a remote peak whose name ominously translates to "don't go there" in the local Monsi language. But they never made it. Weeks later, their bodies were found scattered across the snowy slopes of Kholat Syakhl, the mountain of the dead, some half-dressed, others with horrific internal injuries, and their tent mysteriously ripped open from the inside. The official Soviet investigation closed the case with a vague conclusion: the hikers had died due to an unknown compelling force. But decades later, the Dyatlov Pass incident remains one of the most perplexing unsolved mysteries of the 20th century. What really happened to them? Was it an avalanche? A military experiment? Or something even more sinister? The expedition, a routine trek, turns deadly. The group, consisting of 8 men and 2 women, set off on January 23, 1959. Most were in their early 20s, confident in their survival skills and well-equipped for the harsh winter conditions. They documented their journey through diaries and photographs, which later became crucial and eerie pieces of evidence. On January 28, one member, Yuri Yudin, fell ill and decided to turn back. Little did he know that this decision would save his life, making him the sole survivor of the doomed expedition. The remaining 9 hikers pressed on, their last known camp established on the eastern slope of Kholat Syakhl on February 1. A final photograph, taken just hours before disaster struck, shows them cheerfully preparing dinner inside their tent. Nothing in their expressions or notes suggested impending doom. Then, something unimaginable happened. The grisly discovery, a scene of horror and confusion. When the hikers failed to send a scheduled telegram by February 12, concerned relatives demanded a search party. On February 26, rescuers made a chilling discovery: the group's tent, half buried in snow, had been torn open from the inside. The scene suggested a sudden, panicked escape. Footprints led away into the darkness, some barefoot, others clad only in socks. The first 2 bodies, Yuri Krivonyshenko and Yuri Doroshenko, were found near a cedar tree, dressed in nothing but their underwear. Nearby, the remnants of a small fire indicated a desperate attempt to survive the brutal cold. 3 more hikers, Igor Dyatlov, Zinaida Kolmogorova, and Rustam Slobodin, were discovered between the tree and the tent, having succumbed to hypothermia. The remaining 4 were found months later, buried under deep snow in a ravine. These victims, Nikolai Thibault-Brignol, Ludmila Dubinina, Alexander Kolevatov, and Alexander Zolotaryov, had suffered horrific injuries, crushed ribs, fractured skulls, and, most disturbingly, Dubinina was missing her tongue and eyes. Yet, despite the severity of their wounds, there were no signs of external trauma, no animal attacks, no knife or bullet wounds. Theories, from the plausible to the paranormal. 1. The avalanche theory, most widely accepted. In 2021, a Swiss-led study proposed that a small slab avalanche could have forced the hikers to flee. The theory suggests that snow accumulation, combined with strong winds, created a sudden collapse that damaged the tent, prompting them to cut their way out in panic. Some injuries, like broken ribs, could be explained by the weight of snow. Problems with the theory. The slope was relatively gentle, less than 30 degrees, making an avalanche unlikely. No avalanche debris was found, and experienced hikers would have recognized the danger. Doesn't explain the missing tongue and eyes or the high radiation levels on some clothing. 2. Infrasound or Kármán vortex, natural panic trigger. Some researchers suggest that powerful winds created infrasound, low-frequency noise inaudible to humans but capable of inducing terror and disorientation. This might explain why the hikers fled in irrational panic. Problems with the theory. Doesn't account for the severe internal injuries. No direct evidence that such conditions existed that night. 3. Military testing or secret experiments. The Dyatlov Pass was near Soviet military testing sites. Conspiracy theories suggest the hikers stumbled upon a classified experiment, possibly involving parachute mines, radioactive weapons, or even early missile tests. Some witnesses reported strange orange spheres in the sky that night. Supporting evidence. Some clothing showed traces of radiation. Soviet files on the incident remain partially classified. Reports of bright flying objects in the area around the time of the incident. Problems with the theory. No direct proof of military involvement. The injuries don't perfectly match known weapons. For animal attack or Yeti encounter, fringe theories. Wild theories suggest a Yeti attack or even an alien encounter. The missing tongue and eyes could be attributed to scavengers, but the sheer strangeness of the scene keeps these ideas alive. Problems with the theory. No animal tracks were found near the bodies. No evidence of extraterrestrial activity. 5. Hypothermia-induced madness, paradoxical undressing. Severe hypothermia can cause victims to feel burning hot, leading them to strip off clothes in a final, delirious act. This could explain why some were found half-naked. Problems with the theory. Doesn't explain the traumatic injuries. The hikers were experienced and unlikely to panic without cause. The lingering questions. Why did they leave the tent so abruptly? No signs of a struggle, yet they fled into -30 degrees Celsius, -22 degrees Fahrenheit temperatures without proper clothing. What caused the extreme internal injuries without external wounds? Some injuries resembled high-impact trauma, yet no external damage was found. Why were some bodies found with high levels of radiation? Was there a secret nuclear test nearby? What were the orange spheres seen in the sky? Other hikers reported strange lights. Could they have been missile tests or something else? Modern investigations and cover-up suspicions. In 2019, Russian authorities reopened the case, but many files remain classified. Some researchers believe the truth is being hidden to protect state secrets. Others argue that the answer lies in a rare natural phenomenon we still don't fully understand. Conclusion: a mystery that endures. The Dyatlov Pass incident remains one of history's greatest unsolved enigmas. Whether it was an avalanche, a military accident, or something beyond our comprehension, the truth may never be fully uncovered. What do you think happened that night? A tragic accident? A government cover-up? Or something even more inexplicable? The Dyatlov Pass keeps its secrets, for now.